I'm Maori, what does that mean? You know, tribally, I have you talk about there are spiritual connections and all these sorts of. I whakapapa, my genealogically link, as a lot of Maori will say, to the heavens. You know, from the first creation story, when Papa Tuanuku, Mother Earth, and Ranginui, Father Sky, in their union had children, and the children pushed them apart to create the world of life, of light. And within that world of light, the children became the deities of the various things, elements, the forest, the sea, Tangaro, the god of the sea, Tane Mahuta, the god of the forest. You know, and then when people in modern day terms, the Māori would say, the trees and the whale are related, they're cousins. And a whale scientist in Western term will go, hang on, how can that be? And from a Māori point of view, we'll say, well, they're fathers. The god of the sea, the god of the forest were brothers. Their offspring are first cousins. And then you begin to be able to make in Māori society that linkage and knowledge about there was an interaction when the tree bloomed or blossomed or fruited. There was a certain migratory pattern in the fish of the sea because the temperatures changed. So this oscillation and this observation of nature, the elements in the sky, the stars, the influence on the earth, the moon, the influence on the earth, the tree and how that reacted, the fish and how they reacted, and observing all of those, there's a total oneness in that. You're in the middle of it. You as a person, as an entity, as a human person, observing all that phenomena and making that connection to those phenomena. And genealogically linking yourself to that too. So I'm related to the tree, I'm related to the whale. You know, genealogically you can track yourself back and make those connections. Yeah, it's part of you. You are another part of the environment. Everything matters. What you do over here has an impact over there. I would put it this way, humbling ourselves to nature. Not putting ourselves above nature, but acknowledging we are a part of nature and everything else has its part as well. Actually, it makes real sense to consider traditional knowledge, and one of them is in astrology. Astrology, you know, the Greeks have the zodiac. Māori have matariki, and we have a lot of other star signs. When you start looking at these Māori observations, and you start looking at the science explanations, Western science, they sit comfortably together. You know, people who've observed phenomena through time, there is a lot of sense in the fact that they're positioning stars, and as a result of the star, there's certain temperatures and climatic formations that enable you to plant certain species or to catch certain fish for certain periods of time. Those observations ring true, and you can actually explain that through the Western science as well. And then every month by month, there's a gradual change as Matariki rises in the sky, and the star and the positions change, and of course there's climatic changes, different temperature changes, different patterns of flow in currents and these sorts of things. And of course science can map that, and Māori can map it. So there are where science and Māori knowledge come together very nicely. So there's no doubt about that type of synergy. So when you get the other areas where they say for the whale scientists, I'm skeptical, you know, the kauri tree and the whale can never be, I mean they're not physiology-wise, they're just not related, how can it ever be? But when you begin to explain it in the context of the creation story of Māori, the relationship of the tree, the kauri tree and the whale, and then you look at it at a certain time of the year, the kauri tree might have a certain feature around it, and then the whales are migrating, that what you're really doing is using a word picture to describe a phenomena that actually can be measured in science as well. Yes, it's appropriate that the kauri tree behaves in that type of way and the whale is here at this time of the season because the temperatures have changed, and that temperature change is due to these star formations being in this particular position. So it's all explainable. There's just a different way of looking at the world for your survival needs. Now science applies to Western society, their knowledge to be able to act in a particular way. Māori have used their traditional knowledge and observations of the heavens and the earth to make calculations and decisions in their life. It's just a different way of looking at, you know, a conclusion that you actually fundamentally want to progress and survive and move in this direction. You know, it's just two different systems. The issue is about how do you respect those systems? How do you give respect and honour and not put one down, but believe that each has relevance? That's, to me, is where oneness begins to happen, when that fundamental respect for those cultures and the way they look at the world are respected.